Yes, this is CMA M Venkateshwarlu, BSc, MCom, FCMA. My YouTube channel is Venkat Manikyala. The main purpose of starting of this YouTube channel is to teach learners to professionals in a commerce in a simple language. So I all of you request like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Today in this video we'll discuss depreciation accounting. Previously, already I recorded and published in the YouTube channel depreciation accounting introduction. I request all of you to see that first and then we'll continue this. That is an introduction part. What is the depreciation? What are the characteristics? What is the requirement? Why we provide depreciation? And all those details we discussed. How many methods are there? 10 methods we discussed. That is everything is an introductory part. Now we are entering into problems part, right? So in this video we'll discuss straight line method, that is an SLM short form we call, and in other words it also called as an fixed installment method. The other method is an written down value method, WDV. This is also called as an diminishing balance method. So these two methods we do problems with a simple example, right? So let us note down a problem for straight line method. It's a simple problem. All of you requested to note down the problem. The problem 1 is an example 1. Is an machinery purchased for rupees 2 lakhs, right? Scrap value estimated. It's always estimation. We cannot exactly don't know what is the rate. Estimated scrap value estimated rupees 50,000, right? At the time of selling the asset, it may vary 55,000 or 52,000 or 42,000, like that. It may vary, but it's an estimated scrap value is 50,000, right? Life of the asset. This is also always an estimation, right? So life of the estimation asset is an 5 years, right? Based on this problem, now we are supposed to do an calculate what is the depreciation, what is the percentage of depreciation, right? Writing of the journal entries and posting into ledger accounts, right? This is what an today's target, right? So before going to generalizing this, so let us have an working notes. Here the working notes is an depreciation, calculation of depreciation under SLM method, straight line method. The depreciation is equal to, already we have discussed in the previous video, right? So depreciation is equal to cost minus scrap value divided by number of years. This is an by this formula we can find out the depreciation. So let us see this. The cost value is how much? 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs is in cost value minus scrap value is in 50,000 divided by number of useful life is in 5 years. So for this 1,50,000 divided by 5 years, that is equal to 30,000 per annum. 30,000 per annum is the depreciation. So rate of depreciation, how to find out the rate of the depreciation? So in the straight line method, always rate must be on the cost price, right? So the formula for rate of depreciation is an depreciation divided by cost. So here it's an 30,000 divided by 2 lakhs, right? 2 lakhs is an cost price multiplied by 100, because always whenever we say percentage, we have to multiply with 100. So here this 15 percentage, right? 15 percentage is a depreciation value. Now under this method, now two things we found, right? One is an depreciation is 30,000 per annum. Rate of depreciation is equal to 15 percentage, right? These two we found by this calculations, right? Before entering to, before writing the answer also, in the examination also you have to do this calculation. Nothing wrong by starting with the notes, right? Working notes you can start. Thereafter, after doing the working notes also, you can write the journal entries and problem. Don't think that first we do and journal entries, thereafter ledger posting, at last working notes. No, it's a procedure is in first we have to do the working notes, then journal entries, thereafter ledger postings, right? Now the journal entries we do. General entries for this is an pro forma will be the same to the regular journal entries, right? Regular journal entries, whatever pro forma we do, here also the same thing we have to do. Where the date, first column is the date, particulars, ledger folio. Ledger folio means number, page number of ledger. Debit amount, credit amount. Journal entries in the books of, if at all anything is there, that XYZ Limited. Here nothing is given, right? In this problem nothing is given, we don't write anything, right? So if nothing is given, just write journal entries. If anything is given, you write this, right? Otherwise don't write this, okay? The first journal entry is in first year. Nothing, dates are not given, right? So because of this I write as in first year. Beginning, what is the first? Purchasing of the machinery. So machinery account debtor to bank account, because 2 lakhs I am using bank, otherwise we can use cash also if at all cash paid. So amount is in 2 lakhs, right? 2 lakhs is an amount. Being, narration must be written. Being machinery purchased, right? So this is the first journal entry. So based on this we can start writing on ledger accounts also. Here what is there? Machinery account, bank account. Bank account anyhow it's so many postings will be there that we are not writing. That is not in a complete shape here. Here in this case I prepare machinery account because it's specific to this, right? Machinery account, credit and debit. This is an obviously the same way ledger posting as if it's an normal other accounts, right? The same pro forma we are supposed to maintain, right? Date, particulars, journal folio, that's a page number of journal entries. Amount, date, credit side of date, credit side of particulars, credit side of general folio, amount, right? Now the post is journal entry. Machinery account debtor to bank account. Machinery account debtor to bank account. The first year, right? In the first year beginning is in to bank account 2 lakhs. right? 2 lakhs. So next general entry would be, there is nothing, nothing is happened after during that year. So many transactions may happen, but as far as the machinery is concerned, nothing is happening, nothing is there. So at the end of the year, we have to provide depreciation. To provide a depreciation, general entry would be, this is also first year, but at the end of the period. So depreciation account debtor, depreciation account debtor to machinery account, machinery account. So how much is the depreciation? That already we calculated, right? So depreciation is an 30,000. Directly we can write 30,000. So because it's a fixed installment method or straight line method, always every year depreciation remains same, that is in 30,000, right? Being depreciation provided, right? Being depreciation provided, that is also in the first year, right? So this we have to post. So we have one more account is required, that is an depreciation account, right? So for this I am not maintaining all these columns. You are supposed to maintain all these columns. Depreciation account, debit side and credit side, right? So depreciation account are to machinery account. To machinery account is 30,000, right? So this is on first year. In the machinery account, by this is also first year at the end of the period, by depreciation account 30,000, right? So by this the year-end transaction, year-end activities are completed. Now let us balance it, right? Now let us balance it. The one we are balancing it, 2 lakhs debit side, 2 lakhs credit side, because more 1,70,000 is in balance, by balance carried down, and 2, this is in the second year, to balance brought down is 1,70,000, right? In the second year, the journal entry repeats same. The second year, no purchases, only depreciation account is there, right? No, during that year, no purchases, no sales. So depreciation account debtor to machinery account. Here it's in 30,000 because it's a fixed installment method. So right, so everything remains being depreciation provided, right? So here by depreciation 30,000, right? In the depreciation column, this is also last year we have to close, right? So while closing this, we have to transfer to by P&L account in the first year, 30,000. So no balance carry forward for this. So in the second year, to machinery account 30,000. So that means in the depreciation account, every year it closes with that balance, right? Again, in the second year, we have to close this 1,70,000 is a debit, credit also 1,70,000, balance is in 1,40,000, by balance carry down to balance brought down. This is on the third year, 1,40,000, right? So this is to be transferred to P&L account by P&L account 30,000. By this, depreciation account is closed for that year, right? The third year, the same thing, depreciation depreciation account debtor to machinery account, to machinery account 30,000. See here how simple it is. In the straight line method, it's very simple. Being depreciation provided, right? Everything remains same. So here we have to post on third year by depreciation. Depreciation account is 30,000, right? One lakh 40,000 is in debit balance. Credit side also I am writing 1,40,000. So the balance is in 1,10,000, right? So by balance carried down is in 1,10,000. 2 on fourth year. Balance brought down is in 1,10,000, right? So in the depreciation on third year, to machinery 30,000. So we close it by transferring this to P&L account. P&L account 30,000, right? So always this transfer to P&L account. So on fourth year depreciation account debtor to machinery account, right? Machinery account, how much? 30,000. Again this remains same, right? Being depreciation provided, right? Here on fourth year we have to post by depreciation account 30,000, right? So for balancing 1,10,000 is in debit balance, 1,10,000 credit I am writing. So 80,000 is in balance for by balance carry down. This is on fourth year, right? On fifth year, that is in which is in last year, to balance brought down. Balance brought down is in 80,000, right? So see here on fifth year, what happened? Depreciation, normal depreciation we have to provide. Depreciation account debtor to machinery account, right? To machinery account. So 30,000 and 30,000, right? So this we have to provide, being depreciation provided, right? But last year what happened? Last year we sold the machinery, sold out as in scrap value, right? And fifth year depreciation I am posting by depreciation account is in 30,000, right? So after this is in every year normal, but for the fourth year, fourth year also we have to do to machinery account 30,000, that we have to close it by transferring this to P&L account. On fifth year also to machinery account 30,000, so that also we have to transfer to P&L account, right? 30,000. There is no difference in depreciation account, so that will be closed for 5 years. Now the machinery is having how much balance? 80,000 balance. Depreciation we have provided 30,000. We have estimated the scrap value on fifth year is in 50,000, right? So now let us sell out the scrap machinery as a scrap. So when we sell the machinery as a scrap, so entry will be in the fifth year itself. bank account debtor, bank account debtor to machinery account. In this example, estimated and realized will be the same. That's what we estimated, because they have not given separately saying that the original sale price isn't different, right? So we have to assume that both are same. So 50,000. 50,000 is in sale price, right? So being machinery sold as scrap. How much? 50,000, right? So here we have to write by bank account 50,000, right? So now let us balance it. So this is an 80,000. This is an 80,000. That means there is no balance in the machinery account, right? This is an way of writing journal entries and preparation of ledger accounts. In the examination, you are supposed to prepare only these two accounts, right? Machinery account and depreciation account. Not required to maintain the cash account, if it any other accounts comes into the journal entries, right? So this is one method of doing, right? Now let us do the second method. So now the second method, that is a written down value method, or WDV, or in other words we can say diminishing balance method. So in these methods, the same problem, whatever the previous problem is there, now discuss the same problem we do. So what is the problem? In the problem, they have given machinery purchased, right? Machinery value is in rupees 2 lakhs, right? Machinery value is in 2 lakhs, and scrap value estimated is 50,000, right? Useful life is 5 years. This is what is given in the previous problem. That the same problem will take, and we do in the second method, right? So what is the formula for diminishing value method? That is in WDV method. Under WDV, the depreciation rate. First we have to find out the rate. We cannot find out the every year depreciation by using the formula. We can find out the rate of the depreciation, right? So what is the rate for this? The rate is equivalent to 1 minus nth root of already we have discussed, this formula, nth root of scrap value divided by cost multiplied by 100, right? So let us replace the values. That is in 1 minus nth year is in 5 years, root of scrap value is in 50,000, right? Cost is in 2 lakhs, right? Multiplied by 100. So under this, 1 minus, let us don't combine this with the other one. So this is in multiplied is in for total, right? So that is in 5 by 20. 5 by 20 is nothing but 0.25, right? 0.25 to the power of 1 by 5, right? It's nothing but overall multiplied by 100. That is nothing but 1 minus 0.25 to the power of 0.2. 1 by 5 means 0.2, right? So overall multiplied by 100. So how to find out the power? So in the normal calculator, we cannot find out the power. Here the normal calculator, no power symbol here, right? So for that reason, what we have to do? We have to go for scientific calculator, right? Scientific normal in cell also we can find out the scientific calculator. See here, in the scientific calculator we have an e to the power of x symbol is there, right? E to the power of x symbol, that is nothing but this power, right? So when you press e to the power of x, that is an so in the cell we have an e to the power of x. That formula is there. Press that. So here e is an 0.25, right? The power of x is nothing but an x is an 0.2, right? So if you do this, we can find out the value of 0.25 to the power of 0.2, right? So I am pressing e to the power of x. So x is in 0.2, 0.2, right? E is in 0.25, right? So it is showing that 0.7578. Here the for this value 0.7578, right? So that means here 1 minus 0.75, right? 78 or so multiplied by 100. That is equivalent to 1 minus 0.7578 is how much? Minus 1, right? 0.2421 multiplied by 100. That is nothing but 24.21 percentage, right? So for easy calculation, for rounding up purpose, what I do is an 25 percentage, right? I say it's an 25 percentage, or you can say it's an 24%, but ultimately at the end of the years we'll have some difference value as estimated. That we'll do over the transactions, right? So now let us say in this way, under this method, now we found out by using that formula 25%. But in generally in the examination, they themselves give the percentage per WDV method. We are not supposed to calculate, right? If at all that is given, that we have to calculate in this way, right? So now let us write the journal entries and ledger postings, right? Ledger postings for this. Now the journal entries remains the same, but values changes as compared to WDV and SLM methods, right? So the first journal entry in the first year is in machinery purchased, machinery account to bank account. So machinery purchased for how much? 2 lakhs we purchased, right? 2 lakhs we have purchased. So now let us maintain the machinery account. Here I am not writing debit and credits. All these formalities I am not doing, but you have to write all those columns. I am writing T-shape account, right? So this is a machinery account. This is a depreciation account. Depreciation account. But you are supposed to maintain all those columns. Particulars, dates, debits and credits, ledger folio, general folio, all those columns you are supposed to maintain, right? So let us post this. Bank account, machinery account data to bank account. In the machinery, in the first year, to bank account, 2 lakhs, right? And the second one is in the first year, the last at the end of the period, depreciation is equal to depreciation account data to machinery account. How much is the depreciation? The depreciation is 2 lakhs. 2 lakh is in machinery value, right? Machinery value is in 2 lakhs. On that, on the machinery, we are supposed to calculate 25%, right? So now the depreciation is in 2 lakhs into 25% is in 50,000, right? So depreciation account data to machinery account is in 50,000. If you observe, the value of depreciation the initial year will be more as compared to straight line method. So by depreciation account is in 50,000. In the depreciation account to machinery, this is in the first year, machinery account is in 50,000. So these are all the general entries for the first year. So now let us balance it by P&L account. We transfer this depreciation amount to P&L account. That means there will be no opening and closing balance for depreciation account, because depreciation account is a nominal account, right? Machinery account will have a balance. Machinery account comes under the which category? Machinery account comes under the real account, sir, right? So real account will have balance. 1,50,000 is in balance. This is in by balance carried down. C by D. 2 balance brought down. 1,50,000, right? This is for first year, and the balance carried for second year, right? In the second year, we have to write depreciation. In the second year end, we have to write depreciation account added to machinery account. The same entries and general entries won't change. Which method you follow, the general entry won't change, right? We are following now return value method. The general entry remains same. So how much is the depreciation here? Because it's in previously under straight line method, once we calculate depreciation per annum, the same thing we are repeating, right? So now the same repetition should not be there, right? So now what is that? How to do? What is the balance here? 1,50,000. Written down value. Written down value is in balance brought down value is in 1,50,000. On 1,50,000 we have to calculate 1,50,000 into 25% will be an 37,500. 37,500. 37,500 is in depreciation for second year. So here by depreciation account is in 37,500. So in the depreciation account to machinery account 37,500, right? So at the end of year end, let us close this 37,500. 37,500 we transfer to P&L account. 37,500, right? So as far as the machinery is concerned, here we have balance, right? So that balance we have to carry forward. 1,50,000 both sides. So 1,50,000 minus 37,500 is 1,12,000. 1,12,500, right? By balance carried down. Here 2 balance brought down. 1,12,500. This is on third year, right? On third year, the balance is 1,12,500. So on third year, again we have to provide depreciation account to machinery account. We have to calculate depreciation on 1,12,500 into 25%. 1,12,500 into 25%. It gives an amount of 28,125. 28,125. 28,125, right? So by depreciation account 28,125 in the depreciation account to machinery account 28,125. This is in the year of third, this is second, right? So this we can balance it by transferring to P&L account. Always depreciation account will be closed because it's an again nominal account, right? So machinery accounts we have to balance it. So while balancing, debit balance is more, 1,12,500, 1,12,500 the balance is in minus 1,28,125. I mean 1,12,500 minus 28,125. It gives 84,375. 84,375. Right? This is in the year of third. By balance carried down to balance brought down 84,375. This is in the year of fourth, right? So on the fourth year, depreciation account to machinery account, again for the 84,375 into 25%. How much? 21,094. 21,094. 21,094. 21,094. Right? So here by depreciation account 21,094. In the depreciation account to machinery account 21,094. This is in the fourth year. Let us transfer this amount to P&L account. By P&L account 21,094. No balance. Right? So let us balance the asset account. Asset account showing 84,375 debit. 84,375 debit. And credit is in 21,094. 84,375 minus 21,094. It gives 63,281. 63,281 by balance carried down to balance brought down. So this is in fifth year, right? So under fifth year, what would be in? Balance brought down is in 63,281, right? So in the last year, instead of writing depreciation account first, what would use? We sell the machinery. First we sell the machinery. So machinery account, bank account to machinery account. How much is an estimated? 50,000. We assume that and 50,000 is we are receiving. So we write the last entry 50,000 and 50,000. Right? So in the machinery account, by bank account 50,000. Right? How much is a depreciation here? The 63,281 is debit side. Instead of calculating 25% on 63,281, so directly the difference between the whatever this machinery value and sale value, that is an 13,281. If at all we calculate on 63,281 into 25%, it gives 15,000. It gives 15,820. But our depreciation is 13,281 only. Why it is in difference? Because at the time of calculation of percentage, actually that was in 24.21%. But we have taken 25%, right? Because of that fraction, the difference is the depreciation differs with 2,000, right? So now we do by depreciation is 13,281. Here we have to write depreciation account to machinery account is 13,281. 13,281. We can do, if at all technically if you want to do, you can do even the 25% of that, and difference value we have to transfer to P&L account, right? But this is a correct procedure, right? So by this we can say in the 5th year depreciation account is also in the 5th year to machinery account is in 13,281 and by P&L account by transfer to P&L account 13,281, right? By this depreciation account is closed and machinery account is also closed, right? So by this writing general entries in machinery and depreciation account, we can say the second method of WDV method is also completed. Now in the next video we'll discuss about the another methods, right? So once again I request all of you you please like and share and subscribe my YouTube channel Venkat Manikyala, right? And also see the next video. I hope all of you see the next video. Thank you very much.